As somebody who personally benefited from a full grant, both for tuition fees and maintenance and costs, everyday costs, when my mother was widowed back in the 70s, that maintenance grant has been cut. And I'm aware that 77% of students have to work in term time just to make ends meet, and 70% of students are really stressed out about managing financially. So, I would ask you, should the government reintroduce the maintenance grants? And would you agree that most students, I'd ask, Polly in particular, are struggling financially, and that's having a negative impact on their studies and the quality of their life?
Yeah, I think they should absolutely be introduced. I get a full maintenance grant for myself, I get a grant for my son, and then I get the full student loan on top of that. My biggest concern before going back to university was, could I keep a roof over my son's head while I was there? And if I didn't have that certainty, I couldn't have done it. I needed to be 100% certain that I could pay the mortgage. I haven't, apart from a brief period in one of the summers, I haven't worked while I've been there because it would just be too much for me to deal with that as well. So I needed to have that income. And one of my other concerns around funding is that I'm quite dependent on tax credits as well, so I get child benefit, child tax credit as well. So my grant and loan is just enough to cover my mortgage and my bills, and I'm dependent on child benefit, child tax credit for food, clothes. So I get that weekly, so that's my weekly payment. With the introduction of universal credit, I'm very concerned about that. If I didn't have a reliable source of income, I wouldn't be able to do it. It just wouldn't be an option.